One of the best parts of Black History Month is learning about the pieces of our history and culture that are not taught in the classroom. For example, I'm sure you've all heard of the Great Wall of China, but how many of you learned about the Great Walls of Benin? More on that in a minute. Each Sunday we'll focus on an aspect of our history in a short segment like this one. But remember, our history and culture is to be celebrated every day of every month of every year. Now, about the Walls of Benin. Benin City, originally known as Edo, was once the capital of a pre-colonial African empire located in what is now southern Nigeria. The Benin Empire was one of the oldest and most highly developed states in West Africa, dating back to the 11th century. The Guinness Book of Records, 1974 edition, described the walls of Benin City and its surrounding kingdom as the world's largest earthworks, carried out prior to the mechanical era. Ethnomathematician Ron Englash has discussed the planned layout of the city using fractals as the basis, not only in the city itself and the villages, but even the rooms of the houses. He commented that when Europeans first came to Africa, they considered the architecture very disorganized and thus primitive. It never occurred to them that the Africans might have been using a form of mathematics that they hadn't even discovered yet. Fred Pierce, a New Scientist, writes that these walls extended from 16,000 kilometers in all. That's 9,900 miles. And a mosaic of more than 500 interconnected settlement boundaries. They covered 6,500 square kilometers, or 9.3 miles, and were all dug by the Edo people. They took an estimated 150 million hours of digging to construct, and perhaps were the largest single archaeological phenomenon on the planet. Destroyed by the British in 1897, barely any trace of these walls exists today. Although the structure was built many, many years ago in Nigeria, it is quite possible some of these people were our ancestors. Approximately 28% of all Africans who were brought to America as a part of the transatlantic slave trade came from Nigeria. This is our history. We were the architects that built these great walls that were at one point 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China and consumed 100 times more materials than the Great Pyramid of Cheops. If you want to learn more about this subject, you can visit the Mount Pleasant website where we'll have links to articles that have more information about the Benin Walls. Thank you for tuning in, and back to the normal church service.